Craftchest Nation? It is I, Craftchest, here with a video I just had to make. You know, I was sitting here and I started making this video earlier and I was like, nah, I just need to leave it. It's time for me to lay down. I work early in the morning. But then I got to thinking, I got to make this video because it's like game overload out there. And this is going to be unedited, unscripted, me just talking to you about games that I've both played and ones that I'm anticipating playing here in the near future. Now, one that I played tonight was Devalian, and I finally got a beta key to that one, and they're having a 4-day beta test. I don't know what number they're on or when they're planning on their next closed or open or whatever, but I played through 18 levels of the game until I ran out of content, basically getting to the dungeon crawler phase of the beginner area. And playing through this game, and before I go any further, it's made by Bluehole Studio, the same makers of Terra. And everybody out there knows I love Terra. It's like my #1 all-time MMO that I've played, other than the time that I spent playing Kairos and Roshan for all those years. But as far as a true up-to-date MMO, Terra is my #1 favorite. Now, Devalian is what I would call, and I may be wrong, but that's what I would call an MMO action RPG. All that together. And it's like they took about 5 or 6 different games, both ideas, content, and their own originality, threw them into a blender and said, let's make a game. And there it is. It's Devalian. It's top-side down, Diablo 2 style, with Diablo 3 type graphics, if you will, and a lot of original ideas, and a lot of copy-paste as far as mobs are concerned. We had a discussion about that, me and several people in the chat tonight, because I did stream it. If you want to go back and see the VOD, I'll put the link to my channel right down there. Just go to the profile and watch some of the videos on demand on some of the closed betas that I have been participating in, and Devalian was the most recent. Now, the gameplay so far that I have played through, I am quite impressed on what I see, and I'm not going to deep dive into it because I'll get on a ramble and tangent and it'll be an hour long. It's best just to watch the actual gameplay from the character creation all the way through the content if you want to go and see exactly what it is that I mean when I say I'm impressed on what I see so far. Now, another game that I've played here recently is Dragon Hunter. Now, this is the most toony game that you could play appearance-wise, but a very entertaining MMO made by the Japanese. Now, there's streamers out there that I've seen since day one of it being really them releasing keys to people out there that don't have founders packs. I got one this past weekend, albeit 2 days before I had to go back to work, so I really haven't been able to deep dive into the closed beta the way I wanted to. But Dragon Hunter right now, before I go any further, they've released the key requirement, and they're now in the stress test phase of their beta testing. And that's awesome, because that means that we're either going to have either one more closed beta shot or go straight into open beta, and from there, there'll be no more wipes after Sunday. And I'm going to tell you right now, we'll be playing this game, because I'm going to put it #2 on my list. I want to put it on #3, but I'm going to put it on #2. Just quite simply because I'm loving what I've gotten involved in so far in the game, just in the 25 levels that I've played, because I kind of crawled my way through to learn everything there is to learn for those 25 levels. Be it the crafting, be it the fishing, be it the farm, because they took, if anybody's out there has ever played Dragon's Prophet, to where you can actually raise and breed dragons, they've taken that idea and put it into this game. And not to say it's original or not original or anything, because it's different the way you do it, but you actually can put dragons out to pasture. You have your own farm. It's a dragon farm. And you can mate 2 of them or get 2 of them together and get them into a relationship, and they fall in love and have babies. And you make a little Dragamon that you can raise for your own, and they can become battle pets for you. And they can be geared, and they can be leveled up. So I like that part of it. I'd love to get into that more in the future. I really didn't spend a whole lot of time doing it simply because I've had experience with that system before playing Dragon's Prophet. But the crafting system I really try to deep dive into, all the way up to where you needed the catalyst. Now I know all this is going to be Greek to you if you haven't played the game, but I'm really impressed at the simplicity of the crafting, but how intricate it can get as far as obtaining the items. But the items are obtainable through boss drops in different areas. Okay, you go do daily quests, and the certain bosses drop certain items that you need to craft. But then there's these other items that you either mine, fish, or farm. Or the catalyst, I'm not sure exactly how you get it, but from what I understand, there's fish that you can get to help make catalyst. So everything rolls in together to where it makes sense. Fishing makes sense to me. It has a meaning in the game. There's fish that give you boost to crit, penetration to armor. You have defense ones. You have life ones. And they actually do something. Now, albeit right now you can't use but one at a time, but fishing actually serves a purpose. Plus, you can gain different levels of fishing proficiencies. And the list goes on. I mean, I'm just impressed at what I've seen and the gameplay that I've had firsthand with Dragon Hunter. And I don't care what anybody says about this game. It is fun. All right, and right now is your time. If you want to see what I'm talking about, you have until Sunday before they shut the servers down, analyze it, see if the stress test was successful, and then hopefully very soon after that they'll go into close or open beta, and there won't be any more wipes. And then I'm really going to be playing that game on a regular basis. Once again, I'm probably not going to make it my main game, but it will be a close main game. Devilian, step back on that for just a moment. I will be playing that as like a step away from everything else, just simply because it is a hack and slash dungeon crawling action RPG made by Bluehole Studios, the creators of Terra, or the makers of Terra. That in itself just should equal it's a good game, even though it's backed by that bad taste in your mouth. Matter of fact, every time I think about them, I got to take a sip of water. Treon. Yeah, even though it's backed by Treon, it is made by the creators of Terra, Bluehole Studio. That said, Devilian's worth the play. If you want a small Founders Pack, it's worth it. I don't know what their Founders Packs are actually going for. And like I said, I don't know how long the closed beta is going to be because it ends on Sunday and then have another one on the 30th. All right? So both of those games I know firsthand that they're worth playing. Now, some of the games that people are anticipating coming up here in the very near future, it's like game overload, man. Next week, you have Assassin's Creed. Then you got Halo coming out. You got Blade and Soul, which I'm kind of over Blade and Soul. It lost its time. It lost its flavor. And I think all the people that were along with me, where we were all excited about Blade and Soul 3 years ago, it's lost its flavor for me. It's flair, and I've been there, done that. I played the Russian version of Blade and Soul for a good while, and done the dungeons, done the leveling up, done everything that I know to do in the game. As far as it's concerned, and could go back and play it, and it'd be way easier to me now that I have played even the Russian version with the English pack. Another game coming out in alpha phase at the end of the month is Black Desert. Yes, they're not going to wait until 2016 to let us have a little taste of it. Now, how you get in it, not a clue, because they're kind of cryptic, and the forums and the sites and the fan sites and all this saying it's coming. And it is. It's coming at the end of the month. What's another game? So we got Assassin's Creed. We got Halo 5. Fallout 4's next month. Black Desert. Blade and Soul. Devilian. Dragon Hunter. What am I missing? I know I'm missing some that I thought about earlier. There's about 10 or 11 different games that are coming out in the next 30 days. It's like, rip check. Man, my money's just, I don't even know. We're going to be lightly to moderately sprinkling after this whole phase of gaming concern. Oh yeah, and by the holiday time, Elite Dangerous is coming out with their big next expansion, or next big expansion, I should say, and the list goes on. So I mean, right now is a beautiful time. Isn't it an amazing time right now to be a gamer, to be one of those people? And I'm proud to say that I am, because I can't wait for all these games to come out and to watch the streamers stream it, to gameplay and stream it myself, because You know, 12 Power Gaming is still popular, albeit that we don't have 1 million viewers at a time. You know, we still got Mr. Rogers. We still got, you know, Music DJ, Shawnee E. Who else shows up? Talk shows up all the time. And so many other people, Guntoad, Rampage, all my regulars out there that I can't remember all of your names, that are new viewers to the channel, and we're all having a good time watching this gameplay. And it may not be your cup of tea. You may not want to watch me play certain games, but the times that we do, you know, I get excited sometimes. We're, oh my God, just my style, man. I get over it real quick. So if you're missing that, come on over and see that. Man, I tell you, just too many. I might get in on some of that Assassin's Creed action after next week. I might, because that actually sounds like a fun game. You got Fallout 4 will definitely be playing. Of course, you know, there'll be 1 million people streaming that. It'll be the #1 viewed game. League of Legends, look out on Twitch, because you know Fallout 4 is coming for you. As far as that top spot's concerned, I'm sure that's going to be like that for a good while. What you got? Marvel Heroes 2016 is going to be out, coming out soon. Man, by the beginning of the year. I know it's not the next 30 days, but damn, you got that. You got Path of Exile talking about that they're going to come out with some new content, new leagues and such, and they're tweaking and taking away different things. And I'm looking at my desktop because there's things that I have installed that are going on. What are the main games right now? Let me have a look at this. All right, so we got some Aria games. You got Dragon Hunter, which is a Japanese-based game. You got Elite Dangerous. You got Devilian. You got Terra. Skyforge is popular right now. And let's see, Warships. Warships is getting to be a popular game now that everybody knows about it. Warships is kind of like a MOBA-based sea battleship game. That one's getting popular. I'm just telling you, there's just too many to choose one. Rebel Galaxy, which I think got postponed on its release. I don't know why. Is that the game I'm thinking of? It is Rebel Galaxy. Rebel Galaxy got postponed on its release. It got put up on Steam and then taken down for something. I don't know what. You got, speaking of Rebels, you got the Star Wars game coming out. What? But the only thing about that game, though, that I'm not digging, $110 when it's all said and done just to play a game? Man, that's like a founder's pack for a game. Man, console games are expensive. I guess it's going to be like that on PC, too, if they come out with it later on. Just too many. Which game are you going to play? All right, out of all the games that are coming out, let's just say in the next 2 months, November, December, end of October, November, December, what games are you looking forward to? Because I'd be curious to know. Maybe I'm missing one. Maybe there's something that I would love to play that you might think I might like to play. Let me know. Put it in the comments. All right, we'll be tweeting it out. I don't know about Facebook, and I use Twitter as my main. All right, Facebook is just kind of like the friends that we have as the friends that we have. All right, let me know. Keep up with us. Watch us. Twitter right here. Watch us on twitch.com. Wait, twitch.tv /12 Power Gaming. You'll see it down there. Anyway, like I said, it's unedited, unscripted. I don't care. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I got to go to bed. I work early. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun, no matter what you play. Even Peggle.